All right, guys, welcome back to class AI plus forums. I mean, it's pretty much uh it explains itself. This class is on AI and forums. We'll get into it a little bit more. So let's discuss how we use AI and Amazon forums for certain areas in our business. So far, the only AI tool we are using is ChatGPT, mainly to improve our email templates for reaching out to brands and suppliers, for researching about products, their brands, suppliers, and any related documents or other steps and processes we need to know about. In today's world, if you are not using AI, you will fall behind in the economical shift. This is like when the internet came out. The people who got in early got a lot of success from it. So learn now. In terms of subscription, we use the business suite, 2 seats minimum right now, as of today. That's what it is. Comes to around $70 USD per month. For me, I would say it is very well worth the money. So you don't have to get this. I got this for me and one of my partners. Um, but you don't have to get this. You can get the more simple one. But for me, this is worth it. And in Canadian dollars, I think it's about $100 a month. You could also build an AI agent with it, which I have not done yet and don't know how to, but you can investigate it. So I don't know what an AI agent is really, but I've heard about it from a few of our students and friends, and they say it's like having your AI, your own personal assistant, which is just really great if you can have a very strong personal assistant for $50 a month, $100 a month. That's really amazing. Also, there are other AI tools you can investigate for what you need. For example, because I make content, I have some that edit my videos for me. So I use these other tools that edit my videos for me, instead of hiring someone to do it. Note, never rely on AI. Only use it as a tool to help you gather information fast. Do not make big decisions based on what AI tells you. Use it as a second opinion and still do other research before making a final decision. AI has zero experience ever selling on Amazon or running a business. It just gathers information online in bulk and gives you a summary of it. This could mean even the wrong information can be mixed in there. How we use ChatGPT. Here are some of the ways we use ChatGPT for our Amazon FBA business. Number one, make it personalized for you. So in settings, there is a place where you can tell it about you, who you are, what you want from it, how you want it to act and behave. And this makes the AI more accurate to your situation and gives you much better answers. So you can put like your company website, you can put your social profiles, things about you, how you want it to behave and act, what to tell you, what not to tell you, what type of information to base its answers on, and basically make it customized to what you need. So it doesn't just act randomly. It acts according to how you tell it to act. Product research. Number two, once you're ready to purchase a product, you can put the brand's website, supplier's website, whoever you plan to buy from, where you are buying the products from, and where you want to sell it. So, for example, buy from USA, sell on Amazon Canada, or vice versa. You put that into ChatGPT and ask what kind of challenges, potential problems, or issues it might have. If any, you can keep asking it to dig deeper, finding solutions, even find better ways for the products to get to you, such as better rate custom brokers, shipping companies, prep centers, and so on. So instead of you manually going and finding custom workers and prep centers and shipping companies, you just put exactly what you want to buy, where you want to sell it, how you want to do it, and you tell it to like find me the best, custom broker that can give me the best rates, who has the most reviews on Google, find me a prep center that charges under $2 per unit, that has good Google reviews, that is in this area or this area, and it will help you as a personal assistant like within seconds. It's not going to take minutes or hours, like seconds. Number 3, any Amazon FBA related questions. You can basically ask questions from it throughout your journey. It can be about account health, reviews, other sellers, product sourcing methods, violations, contacting Amazon, or anything you need. But just make sure you never take the first response serious. Go back and forth with it on every question. Tell it as much context as possible, then arrive to the best answer you can get from it. And just remember, back to this, never fully rely on what it tells you. You make the final decision. Okay. Just use it as a second opinion. Number 4, business related questions. Think of ChatGPT as your personal assistant, full time, 24/7, no breaks, no sick days, or anything needed, and it has access to the world's data. Be specific with your questions. For example, I wanted to learn how I can improve my website's colors so when a brand or supplier checks my website, it seems warm, trustable, ethical, and welcoming. So I asked it to research real articles about psychology, science, and real data gathered from the top universities like Harvard and Princeton, the top people in the field, then give me an answer, and went back and forth until I put my own conclusion together. So I said to it, I said, I want, when brands and suppliers go on my website, I want the colors to be in a certain way that they feel welcomed, that it's warm, it's welcoming, it's trustable. So they can trust me when they look me up online. And there's colors for that, right? Like our brain associates with different colors. Like maybe red is dangerous, or dark gray is like rainy days, and you know orange or gold might be sunny days and welcoming, green might be progress. So different colors kind of have different meanings psychologically. And I wanted to use ChatGPT to tell me, according to these articles from these universities, tell me the real scientific method behind this. Like, what colors are people responding to? So if I put it and a brand goes and looks at me, like they want to work with me, right? So I use that. How we design email templates with AI. There are multiple ways to reach out to brands and suppliers: phone call, email, website forms, social media, and more. In early 2025 and before, we simply created really good email templates, which you will see in the training. That was gathered from sending thousands of emails, not 1,000, thousands of emails, seeing the responses we got, rejections, approvals, objections, what wording to use, what to say, and what not to say. And we based the template on that. Then we would just change the brand name, title, etc., and send the same template to multiple brands and suppliers. And that worked great until now. Now, we only send one personalized email per brand, meaning we do not use the same template for more than one brand. So this is adapting to the new world, to the new way of doing things. And this, not only the people who win in business, win in finance and the game of making money, know how to adapt, okay? And this is not just business, it's also in real life. So for example, a person who has always lived in an environment where it's very cold, their brain, their body, everything has adapted to the cold environment. So if all of a sudden they move to a place like Dubai or Iran where it's really hot most of the year, their body takes time to adapt, right? They might have to go through a season of being sick or like, you know, getting a cold if they go from warm to cold until their body adapts. And if they cannot adapt, they're in trouble. It's like a fish, right? A fish always its whole life has adapted to being in water. So if it jumps outside of the water and it's no longer in water, it could no longer be alive because it cannot adapt to not being in water. So in business, things change constantly, and Instagram changes constantly, and Facebook changes constantly. Tesla, Apple, all these companies are constantly making changes because the world is changing constantly. Same with us in our business. We have to constantly change. One thing that worked a year ago does not work today. And that's not your fault, my fault, Amazon's fault. The world is a different place. Okay. So we have to adapt to the new world. Now, this is just one of these things in our business. This method of using the same templates and just changing details around, it worked before very well. But now with the new world, we're adapting to this new way, which is one email per brand or supplier we reach out to. The next email has to be different. The next email has to be different. So here's what you're going to do. Say you found a list of 10 different products, found their brand and supplier, and are ready to email them. Step number one, finish the training first. So you learn everything, learn the templates, wording we use, etc. And step number two, create a ChatGPT prompt like the one below. So really important. Yeah, that's fine. So this is really important. This is an example prompt. Change this. Do not use the same prompt or it will not work as a copy. So if I'm using the same prompt and I'm showing it to you as an example and you go and use it, I've touched on this before where something that works for me will not work for you. Something that works for you will not work for someone else, and so on. So it's very important that you change this and edit it to your own company and your own details that you're looking for, your own way of doing this. So let's go through it. Basically, you can kind of copy this, edit it, and then put it in ChatGPT. So you say, I want to write a professional outreach email on behalf of my website, and you put your website here, a Canadian wholesale and distribution company. So you can put the details of your company. You can put a Canadian online retail company, or you don't even have to put Canadian. You can put an American based distribution company, whatever you want to put. And then you put in front of it, put your website here first to understand the business and what we do. So you're telling it to read your website to understand who you are and what you do and what your values are. Here are the brand's website and notes. So you put the brand or the supplier's website plus anything specific you want ChatGPT to focus on, like this brand carries heavy products, tell me workarounds, shipping details, etc. So you put in the second line the brand or the supplier's website, and then you put plus anything you want ChatGPT to focus on. So if you found a brand that's selling big furniture, you want to tell it like, hey, this brand sells big furniture, closets, beds, drawers, these things. Tell me with the shipping rates how I can still make a profit if I want to sell these on Amazon. Then you go, please create a customized outreach email that, number one, clearly shows we have knowledge of their brand and products. And again, you want to change this stuff, right? Don't use the exact same wording. So you want to, instead of saying clearly shows we have knowledge of their brand and product, you can put it shows that we are aware of what they do and how the market reacts to their brand. You can put stuff like that, right? Don't use this exact wording. Create a genuine interest. Again, you want to change this. So for number two, instead of putting create genuine interest, you can put show that we are actually interested in their product and brand. Number three, positions your company website here. So you put your website here as a professional Canadian distributor. Once again, you could change this to as a professional American distributor, online distributor. Don't even put Canadian as a professional distributor. Just change it. Number four, um, emphasizes your understanding of the Canadian market. So again, you might want to sell your products on Amazon US. So you can change this to shows the brand we have an understanding of the US marketplace, or shows the brand that we clearly understand the demand of your brand and product in Canada. And number five, avoid generic copy and paste. So you don't want your email to look like it's copy and paste, or it's generic, or it's AI made. That's why you don't really want to use what ChatGPT gives you. You want to more like let me see if I can use an example. Okay, so if we go here, what I kind of mean is, like, if we just take this, right, and we go here, it kind of would look like this, right? Except here you put your website and then you change some things around. Here you put the brand or supplier's website. Here you put your notes. And then you put more notes, and you keep editing this, right? And then let's say like we edited those and you put that in there, and it gives you, you know, a response, right? Like right now we didn't make any of the changes, like your website, the brand, none of this stuff, but I'm just using it as an example. Then let's say it gives this to us, right? Now, remember, do not use the first response it gives you. Go back and forth, edit it yourself if needed, add or remove any wording you want, then send it to the brand or supplier. So it gives me this, right? Like, and I'm like, then I tell it, I'm like, this this is too long. Make it shorter, more concise and to the point, and don't make it look like it's AI made, right? So, for example, I'll say that, I'll go back a few times with it, and then at the end, I will still make my own edits to it. So, if I'm going to use this, I will just copy and paste this into email, right? And then I would take out what I don't want, or replace it with my own wording. So I don't copy and paste the exact thing it gives me. I still make my own edits to it, human edits to it, right? Because I know things it doesn't know. It doesn't know human interactions. It doesn't know emotions. Maybe it put something in here I don't like and I think the brand will not like. So then I'll replace it. But I'm using this as a base. So that's how we use it. And then I go back and forth with it a few times. Maybe again, I could be like, you know, it even gives you like suggestions. Um, like I could say, include some edits that it sounds like a real human and has some emotion in it, instead of just a generic email, as an example, right? So I go kind of back and forth with it until I find a really good template. And then I use that as my base, and I, you know, change whatever I want to it. Okay. So do this for every single email you want to send. Unique one every time. New prompt every time. Okay. Every time, new one. So if you find 10 brands, you need to do this exact same thing for 10 different products, 10 different brands. So this was just for one. Okay. Then we're going to go back here. Let's say you're sending your second email. Then you go back here again, you put this here, you put your website, you put new notes, you put the new brand or supplier, like Nespresso. You put there like Nespresso. If that's the brand or supplier you're going after, you go there, you take their website, you come here, you put their website here, right? And then you make your edits, you make your changes, and then you run it again. Okay. So I'm not logged in, obviously, but that's basically the way you want to do it. So every time you want to send the email, it's a new prompt. It's honestly, it's really up to you. I'm just telling you the best ways to do it, the best practices. You could just use like this latest version and just change things around, like change the names, change the stuff around, and use that same one. In terms of potential problems, you will learn this throughout the training. Potential problems could be violations like IP, which is intellectual property, restricted product violations, food and product safety issues, and so on. This is all in your Amazon Seller Central account under account health. So for example, you could be like, does Nespresso have any potential account health violations like IP, counterfeit, restricted, and so on if I decide to sell them on Amazon Canada? Search all of the Amazon database information, all the Amazon forums, other people's experience, and tell me exactly based on real life, not just what you think, right? So you could say something like this. This is just an example. It's your responsibility to make this as good as you can, right? So you could see like restricted or approval required ASINs. While there isn't a specific Canada report that brands can suddenly require approval for certain ASINs, counterfeit, gray market, risks. So it tells you like all these different things, right? Nespresso is a major trademarked brand, and Amazon enforcement around branded products tends to be stricter than for generic items. You see, I don't like this answer. Okay, you are not supposed to sell generic items. You only have to sell branded items, which you learn more in the training. This can get you in trouble. But ChatGPT just told you like these branded ones are more strict than generic ones. So if you just listen to ChatGPT, you could get in trouble. All right. So then I'm going to tell it here. For number one, you gave me bad advice. Selling generic products could get sellers in trouble. Never miss something like this again. Right? Like I would put it like this. So see, then it comes back and it goes listing branded products as generic is one of the fastest ways to trigger IP, trademark, and counterfeit violations on Amazon. This advice should never be applied, suggested So you see, like I was the one that knew. ChatGPT did not know. I knew, just like you will know, right? So you have to call out the errors. It is going to make mistakes. That's why you have to be very careful when you're using this. Do not trust it blindly. It can get you in trouble, especially with Amazon. Okay. So this Amazon business, it's something that you cannot learn with ChatGPT, you cannot learn with Google, you cannot learn with YouTube. You need training from a real expert. And that's why you're here right now. And I don't think you will ever get to a point where you can just learn it randomly online without proper training from someone who's doing it, right? Because it's so vast in terms of the different things that can go wrong and can go right and how you're supposed to navigate through them, that there's no way this AI can, there's just no chance it can figure it out, because you might think it could, it can't. Because, like I said, ChatGPT, and I'm not being arrogant when I say this, ChatGPT, all it is it takes data that's online and it summarizes it and gives you an answer. So imagine if, like, out of the 1 million things it analyzes within 1 second, 100,000 of them or 10,000 of them are completely wrong information that people put online. It mixes that in this pot, right? So the only way you can really tell when it makes a mistake is if you have the knowledge to figure out when it makes a mistake. That's the only way. That's why AI cannot beat humans. Humans' real life experience, it's invaluable, right? Real life experience, real way of doing it. So that's why I think maybe things will change in the future, but at this time, humans are so much more valuable than AI. Our brain, the way our brain has been created, if you believe in God or universe or whatever you believe in, the brain is so powerful. In my opinion, it's a million times more powerful than any AI. And we only use a very small percentage of our brain. So if we were to use a big percentage of our brain, AI would be nothing compared to the human brain. Even as much as these companies want to push out that AI is so smart and it's so intelligent, the human brain just is a different thing. It's a different reality, different world. Um, I mean, our bodies, I'll say this and then we'll continue. Our bodies can literally heal itself. Okay. Like, we can, like, when we get a bruise, it heals itself. It's insane, the human body, the human brain. AI, it's nothing. So I always use AI as like an assistant to me. I'm the boss. I don't take uh, its advice as a real decision. I just use it to get more information. That's it. Um, don't worry about this until you secure a brand or supplier deal and you get it. You get to the point of wanting to order products. Well, I'm talking about how we find potential problems. So, like IP and counterfeit and food and product safety and restricted policy violations. These are all at a point where you're actually ready to, like, get a brand or supplier and you're ready to order. Then you start looking into these things. Then at that point, put all these potential problems into ChatGPT, put the brands and products you plan to buy in there, and ask if there would be any issues. Don't let ChatGPT scare you, because, like I said, you will know better than ChatGPT, but just use it to identify areas unseen and plan for them. Consult with others like your custom broker, shipper, prep center, etc. as well. How we protect ourselves with AI. Protecting your business is extremely important. With any business, we are kind of at the mercy of the platform. Amazon, Google, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, they can choose to shut you down if you break their rules and policies. This has happened to me on multiple occasions. Some I was able to recover, some I was not able to, and all my hard work is gone forever. So I had this with a YouTube account that I did nothing wrong, zero. Like, there's people on YouTube that post, you know, like, this is how you go from zero to $1 million. There's people that post uh, like dangerous things. There's people that post nudity, sexual things, all these different things, and nothing ever happens to them. And I posted about how we do Amazon and how we use these softwares like Smart Scout to find products, and probably some competition was like trying to get me in trouble, and I think they reported it, and YouTube took down that account. An account that was getting 70,000 views every single month. All videos were legit, everything depending, like everything was based on our own experience. We never talked about money. Like we didn't say you can make this much money or this is how much money it takes to do this business. Nothing like that. It was just here's how we use this software. We find these products, we buy them, we sell them on Amazon, and it got taken down. Right. So and YouTube, I you cannot even reach out to them. So they're very unfriendly. And we're kind of at the mercy of their platform because how can you have a business without being on Google? How can you have a business without being on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn? And they can shut you down at any time. All of them, right? Not just one of them, all of them. Your Uber Eats account can get suspended. Your Uber account can get suspended. All of them. Okay. Um, so be very careful and learn the platform's policies. Like policies, even in real life, you like somebody could go to jail, right? A government policy is, or an insurance policy, like you're not supposed to pass a red light. You're not supposed to drive without a valid insurance. You're not supposed to shoot other people. You're not supposed to do physical violence. And each of them has an outcome. A traffic violation could have a ticket and points on your driver's license. um, your car could get, not your car, somebody's car could get towed. Physical violence can result in jail time. So everything in life, it's civilization. It's how it works. Same with these platforms. They have policies and they have rules. And if you break them, things happen. Suspensions, accounts get taken away. You can use ChatGPT to learn every policy, such as review manipulation, asking a friend to buy your products and leave you a good review, which is against policy on Amazon. Don't do that. Don't ask your friends and family to buy your products and leave you reviews unless you want to potentially lose your account. Buying a competitor's products and leaving them a bad review, that's against policy. Don't do that. Don't buy your products, don't buy your competition's products and leave them a bad review. It could take your account. Amazon will know these things. It's a multi-trillion-dollar company. They will know. Selling heavily IP protected brands like Marvel, Five Nights at Freddy's, Kevin Murphy, and so on, that protect their online presence very strongly without permission. Okay. You can sell them, but only with the correct permissions from either the brand directly or their authorized dealers. So some brands on Amazon, they heavily protect their products. Like I'm talking, they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on lawyers and different systems to keep people from selling their products without permission, right? If you go try to sell these products without a letter of authorization or without a proper supply chain, you could easily get in trouble. So these are some of the things you want to stay away from, and you have to identify these things. So ask ChatGPT about the brands you want to sell, about the products you want to sell. Ask if there's any potential intellectual IP problems or any restricted uh, policy problems, like restricted products. um, like it, Ask it, is this product restricted to sell on Amazon Canada? Will I have any trouble with this? And just learn about it. This is your action item. Once you finish the training, go to your Amazon seller account under account health and put every policy into ChatGPT and learn them so you know what they are and you know what you're dealing with. Also, there is a section called Seller University in your Amazon Seller Central account where you can learn directly from Amazon. So Seller University is on your Amazon account, your seller account. You go in there, you search it in the search area, and the Amazon people are directly educating you on these things. So you can go learn about them. You can also go to your Amazon seller account, your Seller Central, open the menu bar and go under account health, and it shows you all the different account health um, details and violations. You can copy them, put them into ChatGPT, and ask it to tell me exactly what this account violation means, how I can avoid it, how I could potentially get myself in trouble, and just learn about them. What we do not do with AI, do not fully rely on ChatGPT. Do not let it make your decision. Do not trust it 100%. It makes a lot of mistakes. You are much smarter as a human than a robot. Your brain is extremely powerful, 1,000 times more powerful than any AI, in my opinion. You are dealing with other humans. You understand emotion. You have real life experience. Use your experience, knowledge, and just use ChatGPT as a second opinion that can add a little push to your real life experience. Use it as a tool, not a decision maker. So Amazon Forum is like a, if I click on it, will it open? Yes, it will. Okay. So Amazon Forum is like a place where other sellers go and they post their experience, their difficulties, their questions. This is one way to get Amazon's attention. Okay. So this is a little extra tip. If you ever want to learn other sellers' experience on Amazon, you can look here. You can also get Amazon's attention by posting here. I actually met the team who created the forum. Let's say, so I was at Amazon Accelerate in Seattle, and I met some of the team members who created this, and I learned from them. Let's say you have a problem ungating a brand and you have invoices and documents in order. You just post about it here, and you can get Amazon's internal team to look at it instead of some of their low level team in the Philippines or India. No offense to you if you are if you are from Philippines or India. This is literally zero offense to you, because these are virtual assistants that get paid like $300-400 an hour, or sorry, per month, and they don't care at all about their job. Okay, so when I say from the Philippines or India, because Amazon uses these countries mainly to hire these people, and these people really don't care about their jobs. Okay, so they don't care about helping you. They could actually get you in trouble. But when you post your problem here, so you're trying to get ungated to sell a brand, and Amazon is rejecting you. So you can come post about it here and say, hey, I have all my documents. Please, somebody from Amazon help me, and you get the internal team's attention. Keep in mind, don't trust what you read here. Mainly use it to post your own issues. 99% of people who post here are super low level sellers who are very beginner, who nag, who sold $0 to a couple $100 or maybe a couple $1,000, basically a pool of losers. Do not trust what you read. Trust your training. Okay, so the people that come here, they're people who maybe sold on Amazon 7 years ago, and then they never used their account, and then they come back today and try to sell, and they come and say, why is my account deactivated? I have it from 7 years ago. Well, obviously your account is deactivated. You haven't sold in 7 years, right? So let's go through some of the examples. Anyone else getting mad gated in books? Like anyone else getting mad gated in books, even then ones that you were already ungated and all of the sudden gated. Books that I've already added to my inventory. So Amazon let me add the listing. Like this sounds like a very, very extremely beginner. Like if I looked at this, I would think this person has sold $10 on Amazon. Okay. Um, does Amazon Canada offer Amazon prepaid label? It's just the stuff on here is so low value that I would not even like, I mean, you can go through them. Like this person is posting about, their complete Amazon identity verification products. I've already opened the support case. Da, da, da. Yeah, again, like no value. I mean, look at what this person has listed. I have 187 items on .ca and .com. All the products I make and sell myself. Why do I have no sales in over a month in Q4? I mean, why would this add value to us that you have no sales, right? So their products could be terrible. There could be something wrong with their accounts. Who knows? They don't, instead of them trying to fix their own business and going and figuring it out, they come and post it here. This has zero value. Okay. So a ton of these, like 99% of it is just useless, completely a waste of time. But what I would say it's good for is posting your real problem. So if you have a real problem, you post it here to get Amazon's attention. Okay, we want to get Amazon's attention because a lot of times, um, I think I have to log in, which I don't want to. But you could like see Amazon will reply to these, right? Amazon's internal team will reply to these and kind of give you the next step or be like, hey, we will look into it. Like, what is your seller ID or what is your whatever? And they will look into it. So that's what that's for. AI screenshots. Quick tip. You can take screenshots of the email communication between you and the brands and suppliers, put it into ChatGPT, and get feedback on what you did right or wrong and fix the errors. So once you send an email to a few brands and you hear their response, you can screenshot that response, put it into ChatGPT, and ask it, hey, sent this email. Here's the response I got. What do you think? How can I make it better? How can I respond to it with the highest chances of getting a positive reply? And you can use that as well. Note, AI can be a powerful help, but if you rely on it too much, it's not good. It's not even close to the stage where it can be fully relied on. So rely on yourself, but use it for sure to help you. So that's the module on AI. And if you need to kind of practice with it before you use it in real life, then practice with it, learn. Maybe you can search on YouTube to learn more about it. And you can search like different AIs, not necessarily ChatGPT. You can see what else you can find uh, and use it in your business. And you can also use forums to mainly try to get Amazon's attention. Don't read the stuff that's in there. I promise you, it's mainly garbage and nonsense and useless things. Don't waste your time on it. And I will see you in the next class.